Hello everyone, thanks for joining today. Today we have our webinar on the topic from zero to 3D hero on the Fusion 360, how to earn with Fusion 360. And before we begin, I would like to start everyone to turn off your mic and the camera. So if you have any questions, you can type them in the chat. And after the webinar or at the end of the webinar, we will raise all of these questions to our expert, Jay Etish, and we will try to answer them after the webinar. So I would start with a brief introduction of WiredWhite platform, what we do and why we do that, who we are. So WiredWhite is a network, a platform that guides individuals through the entire process of the career, of the engineering career, supporting them on the path of growth. And we see our role as enabler to bring customers and partners, freelancers together on one platform and provide them all the necessary tools to work and to collaborate with each other. And we support the cooperation on the platform and try to the goal or the vision is to try to accelerate and optimize the diffusion of electrification worldwide, because we believe that it is possible throughout the enablement of the global cooperation and knowledge sharing, which we considered our platform to be about. And on the right hand side, you have like a graphical representation, basically what I have just said regarding our vision and mission. So basically, this is like an overall full cycle engineering platform community to support the topics such as e-mobility and electrification worldwide. And today we have a very interesting webinar and a speaker with a lot of experience in mechanical engineering, Jay Etish Rao. He has a hands-on experience in mechanical engineering and industry consultancy. He has over a decade of experience and hands-on experience in the field of mechanical engineering, working a lot with CAD tools and software packages. He is a certified Autodesk user and professional. He has also a Fusion 360 certification, and he supports Autodesk authorized training centers with his knowledge and expertise. He already taught more than 5,000 students worldwide, and he is also an author of CAD courses and mechanical engineering courses and industrial manufacturing processes courses around that topics. And he has launched already over 20 online courses, and I think it is a very experienced mechanical engineer, and I would like to welcome Jay Etish today to host our mechanical engineering topic in the webinar, and I would like to pass the ball to Jay Etish to move on with the more interesting, let's say, technical topic. Please, Jay Etish, you can take over.
Thank you, Dimitri. And you are the host, I am the speaker.
Right.
Be clear with that. All right. Hello and welcome everyone to this wonderful and exciting webinar on Autodesk Fusion 360. Just before beginning, I would like to know if any one of you had any hands-on experience with Fusion 360. Just raise your hands so that I can know if you have heard of the software or you have worked with the software. Okay, Jineen. Jinan has heard or worked with the software? Anybody else? All right. So in this webinar, actually, we are going to understand the graphical user interface of Fusion 360, and we are going to learn why Autodesk. Autodesk is a parent company which makes all the softwares like AutoCAD is there, 3ds Max, Maya, Inventor, and now the most exciting software that they have launched back in 2015. It's Fusion 360. Dimitri, I cannot change the slide. Okay, it's there. So what is Fusion 360 basically, and why it's a game changer for engineers, designers, and developers? See, basically Fusion 360 is all-in-one CAD CAM CAE software. So you are getting everything in one place. All the workplaces, be it CAD, be it CAM, be it CAE. CAE means simulation. Everything is there. It involves modeling, simulation, rendering, manufacturing tools, and free-form modeling as well. Free-form modeling means sculpting, like you're having it feels like you're having a clay in your hand and you can create any form out of it. It's unlike any other traditional CAD tool because it's a cloud-based. It's a cloud-based software. What is a cloud-based software? That means uh, it doesn't require it to be installed in a one particular laptop in a one particular setup. If you have the login credentials, you can work anywhere. So this is the benefit of Autodesk Fusion 360. Many engineers, designers, startup founders, hobbyists, and everyone is using Fusion 360 because it's very easily accessible, and it is having a freeware version of it. There is a very growing demand for Fusion 360 skills, to be very honest. And why is it so? Because currently the demography of design engineering, the demography of design domain, earlier it was very much limited to certain softwares like you must be heard of SolidWorks, you must have heard of NX. So it was dominated by that market. But since the inception of Autodesk Fusion 360, that domination, that monopoly has been completely eradicated, because now it's a very accessible kind of software. Anybody can use it, even if small kids are using the software, because this particular software it takes 2 to 3 days to understand, 2 to 3 days to learn. The learning curve is very easy, it's not strict, but it takes a lifetime to master. This is that kind of software. There are rising job opportunities for this, and there is a very growing demand in the market for 3D modeling and simulation. And the aim of this webinar is to educate you how to monetize 3D modeling. This you are not going to get anywhere, because there is an untapped market with so much potential. You can earn like anything using Autodesk Fusion. Not only Autodesk Fusion 360, if you are working with any other software as well, and you know 3D modeling, at the end of the webinar, you will be having a pinpoint idea of how to monetize your content. Content means your 3D models. So basically, you can generate a passive income opportunity and you can become a freelance, right? Now, the question is why Fusion 360 was created in the first place. Because Autodesk had a software called Inventor, but Inventor was a traditional parametric CAD tool. It was for enterprises, like for big industries and all. So the scalability was very large. The price structure was very huge. It was not affordable by lots of people. Students obviously were not able to afford, because when I was studying engineering at that time, Inventor, Creo Parametric was there at that time, SolidWorks, they were very costly softwares. So sometimes the institutions, if they don't get the legal version, they use the crack version. This is a known fact. But crack version will not teach you anything. It will just teach you the tools, but it will not give you the exposure. So I studied in that particular era. But since the inception of Fusion 360, it's accessible to each and every one. Be it an educator, be it a student, it's accessible to them free of cost with certain limitations. So basically, Fusion 360 what's doing is it's bridging a gap between CAD, CAM and CAE, because it's providing a singular platform for your CAD necessities, for your CAM necessities, and for your simulation, that is CAE. Now, how to get Fusion 360 for free? So there are three versions, three licenses for Fusion 360. First one is for personal use, second one is for educator, and third one is subscription. Personal use and educator license, they are free to use. Subscription version is a paid version for professional and enterprises. So obviously subscription version, if somebody who wants to use Fusion 360 in a commercial way, then subscription version is well and best for them. But as of now, if you are studying in any institution which is registered in Autodesk, you can get an educator license. And see, I'm not a student, I'm not an educator, so I can use a personal use license or hobbyist license. So I will share you my screen so that I can show you what that particular license is. Dimitri, is it visible? This is
yes,
Autodesk?
it is visible, yeah.
Perfect. So these links, they will be provided at the end of the webinar. You'll be getting a mail of the same. So don't worry about it. So here in Autodesk website, basically autodesk.com, here you can find the personal use license. Autodesk Fusion 360 for personal use. When you click here, you will be prompted to sign in with Fusion 360, sign in with Autodesk, and you can download the software. This is as easy as that. Dimitri, slides.
Yes, I will reshare. Yeah. Now you can see it again, right?
Yeah. Now for the educator license, again, the link will be shared. Here, what is the catch is that you have to provide your college ID. If you are working in a college, or if you are a student in a college which is registered with Autodesk, you have to provide your ID, and then you can download the software, and it will be free for you for 3 years with limited access. Limited access means you will not be able to use the manufacturing tools. You will not be able to use the CAM feature, and you cannot sell whatsoever you are creating in Fusion 360 exceeding $1,000. $1,000, that is the limit. More than that, you cannot sell anything. So up to that $1,000 threshold only, I will be telling about how to monetize, right? Which slides? Okay. Now in the webinar, in this particular webinar, we are going to create a 3D model of a ball bearing from scratch. So initially we will create a 3D model, then we will understand how to use the rendering workspace and render it, and then we will understand like how to become a Fusion 360 certified user. Because see, you are having skills, you know Fusion 360, you know all the tools, you know all the in and outs, you know how to create a 3D model. But if you don't have the what you say uh, the authority to use it, the designation to use it, that's not going to help you. So for that we have the user badge, Fusion 360 certified user. For that you have to give an examination in certificate, which is a 90 minutes exam. That also we will come to know in the coming in the webinar itself. And finally, in the step 4, we will get to know how to monetize your 3D models and how to start earning. And that is having a threshold of $1,000 only. Until and unless you are purchasing a subscription model. If you are working with a personal use, if you are working as a educator license, then you can only earn up to $1,000. To go above than that, you need to buy a subscription. Alright. So now we will start with the software itself. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Alright, so this is what we are going to make. It's a ball bearing. Can somebody tell me what the uses of this? Any one of you? You can unmute and let us know. Anybody? Alright, so see, ball bearing is something which converts the rotational thrust to axial thrust. It's basically used in conveyor belts and even in ceiling fans it is there. Alright, so it's a mechanical equipment. So we are going to make this particular ball bearing in this webinar. So we will start with this. So first, here in this tab, just like Chrome, we have a tab in Fusion 360. This is the graphical user interface. Here we have in the left hand side, by default it's the design workspace. When we click here, there are certain workspaces available here. Generative design, obviously this is available for this particular arrow, it means it's available for subscription model. A render workspace, animation workspace, simulation, again it's available for only for subscription license. Manufacture workspace is there, drawing and electronics. Then here we have the sketch toolbar, the create toolbar, in which we have lots of tools, the modify toolbar, assemble toolbar, configure, construct, inspect, insert, and this is the selection toolbar. So this is the playing area of Fusion 360. You can just press shift in the keyboard and center mouse button and you can rotate it. By clicking right mouse, this particular panel opens up, which is customizable. You can change the options. And here it is the browser. This particular thing is whatsoever you are making in the software, it will be coming here. Let it be bodies, let it be sketches, let it be new origins, let it be assemblies, everything will be coming here one by one. Just like here, as you can see, we have bodies and sketches. Alright, so now we will start. Prior to that, bottom side here, this is called the timeline. I think you can see my mouse cursor, right?
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. Alright, so bottom side, this is the timeline. That means whatsoever tools you are using, whatsoever steps you are implementing will be coming here. Just like here, these are the steps. And when I drag this, this will show me each and every step. We are going in a backward fashion. Now, fast forward. Alright, so this is the timeline. Now to start making this ball bearing, initially we are going to start by creating this outer and the inner race, which is basically a housing for these spherical balls inside. So for this, we will start with creating a sketch. You can click here or you can simply press S in the keyboard. And then we will select this particular plane. And we will start with a center rectangle. See, all the sketches that we are making, they are not to the dimension, because just for the sake of better understanding, I'm just making it as a free form. And if you want to make to the dimension, you can always check in Google the sizes of bearings. I would suggest Timken. Timken bearings have the most apt proportions, so you can check from there. But the process would be the same. So first we are going to make a center rectangle, and whenever you are using one particular tool, you have to press exit once your tool is done. Just simply pressing on center mouse button will drag your screen here and there. Scroll of mouse in and out will zoom in and out. Now I'm going to click one of the edges. It's going to select only that particular edge. Now I want to make a selection of the whole rectangle. So what I will do, I will double click on this particular rectangle. Now I want to replicate the same. So what I will do, I will simply press Ctrl C in the keyboard and Ctrl V. So it will create a replica of the same. It's basically a copy paste. Just drag it downwards. You can drag it up and down, and you can drag it right and left, and even you can scale it also from here. And just press OK, and that is that. Now we will create a center line between the center of this center point rectangle to center of this center point rectangle. For creating a line, you can simply press L in the keyboard, or you can invoke it from here. Now we are going to create a circle. For that, you can again invoke it from here, which is the create toolbar, or you can simply press C in the keyboard. Now just pay attention. When I'm dragging this particular cursor on this particular line, you will see suddenly one triangle is appearing. That particular triangle is the center point of this particular line. So let's start from there, and we will go to here, which is the center of the center point rectangle. So our sketch is finished. So we will close this sketch palette. Whenever you are starting with any of the tool, there will be one pop-up like this. This pop-up is called as a palette. This palette is where lots of options will be there. So once you are done with the sketch, just click on finish sketch, and our sketch will be ready. This is just a 2D sketch, and as you can see in the browser, it's named as the sketch 1. You can change the name as well by just double clicking on it. Single click will invoke the sketch command again. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to create the inner and outer race. This is the inner race and this is the outer race. This is basically the housing of the bearing. So, just a second. Alright, coming back to it. So to create the inner and outer housing, we are going to use a revolve command. So basically, revolve command, what it does, it revolves a sketch profile or a planar face around a selected axis. So first of all, what we need to do is we have to select the profile. So the profile would be this one and this one. Now we have to select the axis. The axis would be a perpendicular axis. If you are selecting this red one or this blue one, it will not revolve at all. You have to select this gray. And immediately your inner and outer race is completed. Here in this palette, as you can see, here angle is 360 degree. That means a complete revolution is being made. If I convert it to 180 degree, half revolution will be there. And operation is new body. New body means we are creating a completely new thing, completely new model. Here there are certain other operations like join, cut, intersect, new component. When you are creating assembly, in that this comes. But as of now, we will be settling for new body. Just click on OK and this will be created. Now when you see the browser, there are two bodies made here. The upper one, we will call it the outer facing. You can simply double click in the browser where this body 1 and body 2 is written, and you can rename it. And let's name it inner facing. Alright, this is done. Now we have to create, since the outer and the inner facing is completed, we have to create these spherical balls inside. So to create the spherical balls, what we have to do, we have to switch on the sketch again. See, as of now the sketch is hidden. So this particular eye kind of icon, you can toggle it on and off. See, now it's getting visible. But now for making any selection, this particular bodies, this outer and inner facing, they are coming in the way. So what we will do, we will switch off the bodies as of now. So for that, in the bodies in the browser, the bodies are there. Here we will switch off them. Now they are there in the project, but they are not visible. We have simply hidden them. Now what we will do, we will again select these three and we will invoke the revolve command. See, the selection is done before invoking the revolve command. So that means even if you are not invoking the command and you are making the selection, it will be available in the profile when you are selecting any two. Now for selecting the axis, again we have to find axis perpendicular. Okay, so here what was happening? I was like trying to find out if something wrong with my software, but here the bodies was not visible. So even if when I'm trying to create a revolve, it was not visible because the bodies were hidden. So you have to switch on the bodies whenever it is required. Now it is visible. Now the sphere is visible now. So what I will do, I will cancel it again. I will again select the profile. Now I will toggle on the bodies because the profile selection, that's why we have hidden the bodies in the first place. Now we will select the axis and see the sphere is there. Again the operation would be a new body. It will not be join or cut because we are creating a new body, and obviously the angle will be 360 degrees. Just click on OK and this is done. Since the work of the sketch is done, we can hide the sketch. And let's name this particular spherical ball as the original sphere. Because next we are going to create multiple spheres out of this. Because in a ball bearing there are multiple spheres. So for this, we are going to use the pattern tool of the create toolbar. We'll be using circular pattern. And again here the palette for the pattern is shown. Here the object type is bodies. You can deselect it and you can select it as a feature as well, and you can select this particular area in the timeline. But as of now, just select the object type as bodies. And here we will select the original sphere. Now for the axis, again the perpendicular one, and see. Two more spheres are there, and you can see, if you see closely, 3 is written here. And there's a handlebar. You can increase the size by just dragging this handlebar. Let it be 7 only, and just press on OK. So almost half of the thing is done, not half, 70% of the thing is done. Now what we will do, we will create this particular sleeve, which is basically covering the balls and it's not letting them fall off the inner and outer rays. So to do that, we have to again create a new sketch. Just click on this sketch toolbar in the create toolbar and select this particular plane. Just invoke circle command using C in the keyboard, or you can again use the create toolbar. Again, it's not to the dimension, so we are just using a free form. Just make a concentric circle, and once you are done, just click on finish sketch. See, again, whatsoever sketch I made, it's not visible at all, because here in the browser itself the sketches are invisible, it's hidden. So just toggle it on. The first sketch, we don't need it. The second sketch, we definitely need it, so this will be on only. Now just select this region, this concentric circle that we made, just select it and click right click in the space and use the press pull command. This is the press pull command. You can use it from the toolbar as well, but better use it here itself. And we will select the inner rays to the extent. It would be the extent, extend means up to which the press pull, the extrusion will be there. So here the operation is written as cut. So that should be changed to a new body. This we can convert to a join as well, but the sleeve that we are creating, which is going to house the bearing balls, they are not the part of the balls. They are a new body itself. So what we will do in the operation itself, we will create it as a new body. Just click on OK. Now as you can see, this body is created. Now let's hide the inner and outer casings. So the sleeve is kind of made, and here what we are going to do, we are going to use the combine tool in the modify toolbar. Here basically what it does, it basically cuts or joins two particular components in a assembly or in a particular body. So what we'll do for the target body, we'll select this body 10. Let's rename it as casing. Casing. Let's make it enclosure or something. Now for the target body, we are using the enclosure, and for the tool bodies, we will select the original sphere, press shift in the keyboard and select the last sphere. So the tool bodies are there. Now we will use the operation as cut and we will keep the tools. So now everything is set. It's looking a bit different from this one because here the operations were used a bit differently and it took a lot of time. So just for the sake of time constraints, I'm just making an enclosure which is more apt. So now when I switch on the outer and inner casing, almost the bearing is finished. So once the 3D model is done, the next part is to make a render image of the same. So for this we have the rendering workspace. The rendering workspace does what? It basically beautifies your 3D model. So for this we have the appearance tool here. Here in the library you have lots of options. I always prefer the metal one. Here let's say for example I'm selecting the stainless one. Select this for the outer casing. See, it's not like it's going to be gray always. Whenever you are providing any material, any particular appearance to a 3D model, you can always right click here, edit it, and you can change the color. And you can provide to all the other bodies as well. For the appearance, we can select anything else. Let's say we are selecting a copper. It's not like we are providing the materialistic properties. It's just the appearance. So this completes the rendering process as well. Now comes like you have made the 3D model. Now how to monetize it? How to make it earn you bucks? So for this we have a very special website that is called Sketchfab. So I will be sharing the same. Okay, this is Sketchfab. So basically, as you can see here, there are many 3D models uploaded here, but here it is free of cost. This is like you can understand this as a Instagram of 3D models, Sketchfab. But in Sketchfab itself, you have option to buy 3D models. See, as you can see here, when I click here, it will take you to the Sketchfab store. And let's say we are writing here as gears. When you write gears, these are the simple kind of gear collections. See, a spur gear which is not looking that much well, its price starting from $8.99. There are multi packs of gears. There are many things, and you must be wondering where anyone can use these kind of things. See, bearings. What we were making. Bearings are also there. So who are going to buy this? Why such a huge, not huge, but why people are buying it? Can anybody tell me? See, basically it is for the gaming industry. You must have heard of Epic Games. The guys behind the Fortnite. Fortnite. I think everybody must have played Fortnite. Am I right? Just raise your hands who have played Fortnite. Anybody? Okay, I always play. So these 3D models, it's used basically for gaming industry, and there's a huge demand because gaming industry is evolving like anything. So they need lots of industrial designs because if you have played RDR, Red Dead Redemption, the game physics, they require exactly the pinpoint models of certain industrial designs like bearings, gears, pumps, and everything. So you will find all these things here. From writing pumps, see, it is there. Let's say I'm writing belt drives. Other kind of belts are came here. Let's write mechanical. See, all these models, whatsoever you're seeing here, are fetching a price in the market, and people are buying. Who are these people? They are the developers, the game developers, the creators, because they don't have time. They don't have time to develop these small components. They don't have time for that. They have time to create a game. They have time to create the game physics. They have time to cater to their audience, but they don't have time to create these small components. So this is where we come. This is where the creators, where the designers come, and we supply them this particular kind of 3D models. So basically, you can say that it's the Etsy of 3D design. You can say it's the Amazon of 3D design, 3D models. And you have to be creative. What you're providing, you need to find the gap in the market, and you can upload the models here. So as of now, I will share my profile. As of now, I just uploaded a camel follower 3D model. Starting price I put as $2.99. It's a very small price, and I started generating revenue. It's been like 1 month only, and I started generating revenues. One of my student, he already got like almost $380 in a month just by selling jigs and fixtures 3D models in this particular platform. The catch behind this particular platform is that to get inside it, it's very difficult. Why so? Because first of all, you need to have a valid PayPal ID. Then you need a bank account which is associated with this PayPal account. Then you need to give your national ID. You need to give a verification. You have to take a selfie. You have to verify that you are the same person. So it's a long process. It's not easy, but once you get through and once you start uploading 3D models here, definitely you are going to earn like anything. But again, the same catch, $1,000. Up to $1,000, there is no issue. If you're crossing the threshold of $1,000, you need to buy a subscription model of Autodesk Fusion 360. Now, how to upload in this particular platform? For this, we need a complete different webinar. We need at least 40 to 50 minutes to understand how to upload it, how to make it SEO optimized, how to convert for these particular models. Like if you have created a 3D model in Fusion 360, you need to convert it into .obj format. How to do that, and how this particular platform, see it's written here, it's Fab. Sketchfab is the parent company. Fab is the store of Sketchfab, which is powered by Epic Games. See here, Fortnite is written, Rocket League is written, Fall Guys is written. I think these three games everybody is knowing. And here you can use Unreal Engine as well from this particular platform. So to understand how to upload it, how to upload a particular 3D model in this particular platform and start earning, how to upload. For that, we can have a separate webinar because it's going to take a lot of time, because we need to create a render image which is of 1980 to 1020 pixels, and for that also it's going to take some time. So I think this concludes this. Now comes the part where to get the Fusion 360 certification, how to become Fusion 360 certified user. First of all, you need to learn the software. Now, how to learn the software? For this, for learning the software, we have the courses in WiredWhite. Fusion 360 for beginners, Fusion 360 component assembly, and some 10 plus designs of Fusion 360. There's 3 courses available in WiredWhite. You can start learning from there. You can take direct consultation from me to learn the software, or you can take you can learn by yourself as well. There's no issue with that. But it's always good to have a mentor who is guiding you each and every way. Now, how to become Fusion 360 certified user? You have to create a Certiport account. The Certiport is a particular organization which conducts examination on Autodesk certified professional and certified user. These kind of examinations this particular platform does. So here you can become a Autodesk certified user. See, you can see the certification Autodesk. Here you have Autodesk AutoCAD certification, Inventor certification, Fusion, Revit, Maya, and 3ds Max. So we are interested in Autodesk Fusion. Let's click it. So here This is called ACU, Autodesk Certified User. For this, you need to purchase exam vouchers, which comes like $49 to $99. But again, to give this particular examination, you must be knowing the in and out of the software. And for that, you must start with certain courses, which is obviously available in WiredWhite. And you can start mentorship with anybody. You can start with me as well. No issues. All right. I think that's all for today. And over to you, Dimitri.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Atish. I will just switch to the slides again, and we'll also ask you a couple of questions from our attendees. So the first question would be, which industries have the highest demand for Fusion 360 skills right now?
If you ask me which industry has the highest demand, that would be still a manufacturing industry. And this is my personal opinion. I may be wrong, but it's my experience. Like steel manufacturing industry, if you are joining as a graduate engineer trainee, you are joining as a design engineer, there you can create prototypes of the new components they are making. Because let's say, for example, there is a conveyor belt. There is a conveyor belt, and there sometimes they need a fixture to hold the structure down. So that fixture depends upon rolling mill to rolling mill. It depends upon different kinds of mill, the size of the mill, how much inch the conveyor belt is. So that fixture, the size of the fixture depends upon the type of the mill. It can be a tandem mill, it can be a 3 rolling mill, it can be a 5 rolling mill. So it depends upon type of rolling mill. So the prototype comes first and the product comes afterwards. And Fusion 360 specializes in creating prototypes, because here you can create simulation as well. See, as of now, the personal use and the educator use license, they have restriction, they cannot use simulation. But if you are going to industry, definitely if it's a good industry, they can buy a subscription. So there you can do a simulation as well, if that particular fixture is going to hold the structure down or not with a particular set of vibrations. So vibrational analysis can also come into play. So yeah, steel manufacturing industry.
All right. Yeah, thanks for that. And the second one, it's more like related to the future outcome or future possibilities using Fusion 360. And the question is, how does Fusion 360 compare to other CAD software in terms of job opportunities?
If you ask me, in terms of job opportunities, all the softwares are the same. It depends upon how much expertise you are having on any of the software. You can be good with AutoCAD and you can get a good job. You can be good with Fusion 360, you can get a good job. So first of all, you need to decide which software is piquing your interest. Because software learning it's not something that suddenly you start. It's not like an instrument that you start in and you stop learning. It's like it comes from here. Certain software, if you start learning, you feel from here. Like you will lose your sleep. If your model is not finished, you will lose your sleep. So if that is coming through Fusion 360, then you are going in the right direction. Or that is coming from any software, you are going in the right direction. It's not about the software. It's about your compatibility with the software and your obsession with the software.
All right.
It's very high.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, for the answers, Jay Atish. And I think I have one more slide just to wrap this up, to wrap up the webinar. So if you, as Jay Atish mentioned, if you would like to explore more and get your experience more advanced with the software, with the Fusion 360, for instance, you can always go ahead and see for online courses that we also provide on our platform. on WiredWhite.com. We have currently 3 Fusion 360 courses, and you can also, as Jay Atish mentioned, leverage private tutoring and consultancy on our platform as well, and you can filter out the needed experts in the CAD, for instance, computer-aided design, and you can even book some consultancy tutoring sessions with Jay Atish himself. And for doing so, we would like to provide you with the discount code. After the webinar, you can use it for every order and every purchase on the platform. You can get 10% off using WiredWhite 10 as a discount code. So I would say that would be it for today. Thank you so much, Jay Atish, for deep dive into Fusion 360 for the beginners, for showing us some sketches, some 3D bodies, how to create those mechanical designs for bearings. That was pretty cool examples, and also thank you for the insights based on your experience, also on how to monetize your knowledge and your skills. Also very valuable because it relates to your decades of experiences using that, and you've went that path yourself. So I think it's very valuable. Thank you so much for that. And to all the attendees, thank you very much for taking the time to attend the webinar. And this recording will be also available offline after the webinar. And after the webinar, you will also receive a so-called wrap-up email with all of details and all of the questions from the webinar, and useful links also. So you can also leverage it after that webinar online call. All right, then we will wrap up now. Yeah, thanks again to all of you, and looking forward to the next one, and see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dimitri. Thank you all for attending the webinar. I'm looking forward for the next one. Thank you.